When you start learning Python, there are a few mistakes almost every beginner makes. But what if you could avoid them before making them yourself? In this video, I'll show you 5 common Python mistakes, and the last one might surprise you. First mistake is common even for non-Python programmers. Let's say I have a variable a that has value 5, and I want to check if a has value 5, and I may write something like this. And if a equals 5, then I will print a is 5. But as you can see, there's red outline. That means there's a mistake here. The mistake is if you want to check if some variable equals something, then you have to write two equal signs. In most programming languages, that is the case because we must distinguish between assigning a 5 and checking if something equals 5. Now, when I run the code, I actually get a is 5. Second mistake is strings are immutable objects in Python, which means if I say string s says I love Python, I cannot change this string. I can't say s of 1 equals 3. As you can see, there's a red yellow outline, and when I try and run the code, I get an error. String object does not support item assignment, just like tuple. This mistake actually surprised me, and on my first interview test, I actually made this mistake, and it cost me my job. I mean, my internship. So don't make the same mistake I made. Third mistake is also connected to mutable and immutable types. Now, most of the mistakes are connected to that because they work differently than from other languages. Let's say I have a string f, and here I call it add because I add some element on my strings. So I may have element a that I will add on a list, and I will call that array. Now what I will do is I will say for I in range length of my array, I want to add this a on all of my elements. I may write I plus equals a. And now when I print my array, I will get those changes. But if I also have that same array, I will call it lst here, has 1, 2, and 3. And now I call add function, pass 1, and pass my list. You may think when I print the list here, print lst, that this list will not change. But that's not correct, because list is a mutable type when I pass it, and if I work some manipulation on it inside a function, that will also apply outside the function. Now when I run the code, as you can see, I actually got two same arrays, and they're both different from the original one. How you can avoid this mistake? You can simply call copy function, and this will now copy your list. So this array here will actually be a copy of your list, not your original list. Now when I run the code, as you can see, my list is not changed. Also, another way is to use slicing like this. This means go from the beginning until the end and pass that copy. Now when I run, again, first list is changed, the second one, the original one, is not. Fourth mistake is again with list and immutables. So let's say I have my list, but I will now call it lists. And here I will make it to be a default argument. So this list will be my default argument. And if I write lists dot append and here pass a and then return my lists. So what I want this function to do is if I pass some list to my function, then I want that list to append that element. Let me show you. If I have my list a, let's call it b actually, that has elements 1, 2, and 3, and I call this same function add and pass element 4, because I have no list, I just want to get that 4 returned as a single element. But when I call this list again and pass, for example, 5, now I want only 5 to be that solo element. But that is not going to happen actually, because when you create a mutable type, it's only created once, even if it's a default. So here I will actually get 4, and here I will get 4 and 5. Let me show you. But if I print add 4 and then pass my list B, this will work the way I wanted. Let's run the code to see if it works. As I have told you, 4, and even though I expect 5 to be a solo number, I actually get 4 and 5. That is because list is mutable, so when your default argument is mutable, it's created only once, and when you try and create it again, it actually updates. How to fix this? There's a quick fix. You will simply write none here and check if lists equals none, then you want your lists to be empty lists. So this ensures that only when your lists are not empty, then you will create these lists. Now when I run the code, it works just like how I wanted. 4 and 5 are solo, and when I pass a list, I actually append that element on my list. Now let's take a break from these mutable, immutable types, and let's create a to have a value 5, for example. And I will have function f, and when I say a equals 10 here, and I try and print a, what do you think will be the value of this a? Will it be 5 or 10? Write down in the comments below. Let me call this f function. It's 10 because I get a from this local scope. But what if I remove this a from here? What do you think will be the value of this? Will it be 5 or not? Let me see. It's 5. But what if I wanted to change this 5? So in this function. So what if I say, now I don't want a to be 5 anymore, I want to increment it by 1. You see, there's a red outline because this a variable is not created, and also it doesn't know what variable this a actually is. So if you want to use your variable a inside of this function here, you have to write global a. And now Python knows that it should look for global a. It should look for a in a global scope and find it there. So when you print here a, we will actually get 6 2 times. Let's run the code. We got 6 2 times. But if we didn't have this global a and we have just written here a equals 1, we will get 1 and 5. 1 and 5. And because you stayed until the end, I wanted to show you a bonus mistake. And of course, the bonus mistake is also mutable and immutable. Let's say I have a, that is a list that has elements 1, 2, and 3. And I say b equals a, and I want to append at b number 4. When I try and print a, what do you think will be printed? Will it be printed 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4? Write down in the comments below as well. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why? Because a is mutable, so actually now b points at that position a. We do not create a copy, just like in the default arguments. Once you've created your data, they're not erased, they stay in memory. So when I write b equals a, now b points at a. But if I wanted to fix that, it would be the same as in the third mistake, I believe. So we would write a dot copy, and now when I run the code, a will actually be 1, 2, and 3 because a dot copy is actually a new entity. The same could be solved using slicing. Now when I run, I get 1, 2, and 3. I hope this extra mistake was useful, and if this video helped you, then you must check my playlist for Python tips and tricks for more Python mysteries. And don't forget to subscribe for more coding tutorials.